Yeah, like when you talk like that, let me know you got some sense. Say what? Don't make me break my foot off in your eye. Can't tell you about me per se, but I can give you a little insight about my nature. Done hey. Words sound power. Think about that for a minute. I mean, take a word like God. When you think about that, you think about the omnipresent, the higher being, the most high. But what if you gave a person that name, like you calling him God? Do that still symbolize the same thing, or do you see that? Or can your mind envision that same composition of the original definition? Like you calling a person God, ideally when you first think of God, you think of all caps and all that, but you call a person that, I mean, kind of loses its value or original intent. So I mean, words, sign, and power. Like words pretty much is like spells, different. It kind of catches different feelings and emotions in a different way, and we kind of get bound to these words. Like your word is your bond. Like you can't really say nothing unless you don't mean it. Ultimately, they're gonna come out damaging you or battering you. I mean, like a person saying over and over, I'm the best of what I'm doing. I mean, ultimately, it's gonna become the best in their mind, and it's gonna make them perform better, but still, like, you still trapped in that spell of being the best in that arena. Like, words, I mean, the origin of words come from many different places in general, but ideally, I mean, me researching on the whole Kabbalah, dealing with the whole transformation of words, like you got the Hebrew and Greek. Like the Hebrew kind of came first. They basically constructed the words and they constructed the letters in a sense based on the whole ethereal realm, like dealing with the whole they call it like star houses and stuff, like call it star houses and gates, and pretty much like all of it in the metaphysics though, basically. But basically, like the Hebrew came first. Their alphabet consisted of 22 letters, like 2 houses of 11. 11 is like a sacred number, but I ain't no get deep into that science behind that. But basically, it was kind of constructed in that way. A lot of folks weren't speaking the original Hebrew language in the Western world or in the European society like that, so they ain't kind of understand it like that. But the Greek came along and they kind of in a way perfected it. Yeah, I mean, their alphabet consisted of 24 letters, and pretty much it from the Greek, that way you get the term alphabet, you know what I'm saying? That's their first and second letter. It's like alpha and beta. But the Greek, you know what I'm saying, they started their alphabet with the alpha and ended with omega. Pretty much they constructed it in a sense of vibration, dealing with levels at all levels on that level. You ever looked at a keyboard or anything dealing with music, start with A, you even got the letters and stuff. But basically what the Greek did, they kind of, each letter represent a different vibration and a different hymn. So it's like you got, so like pretty much there being 12, 24 is like 12 and 12. Like that's pretty much what the number they gave. That what they looked at, like 12 being a sacred number or whatnot. Like you even got Jesus with the 12 disciples, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they kind of touched on that. Like I said, their alphabet started with alpha and ended with omega, you know what I'm saying? Each one of these letters corresponded to a different sign, and each one of these letters represent a different being all in itself anyway. So it was already a spell when they first made it. Like, so that into consideration, you know what I'm saying? We just add spells and spell, you know what I'm saying? Add spell with spell when we spelling. But yeah, just thinking about like being in nature or something like that before just sound came into place. Like you might see a lion or something in the jungle, a lion saying rah. You think, you know what I'm saying, that symbolizing power, but you know what I'm saying, you get the original ancient Egyptian god, you know what I'm saying, AMUN, you know what I'm saying, pretty much symbolizes the lion and the eagle. So that deep, you know what I mean? So it's like I'll go back to learning with nature, but back to the whole bill. Can't really get caught up in these words, you know what I'm saying? Like, your word is your bond. Like, whatever you saying as a man or woman, I mean, whatever you saying, you gotta stand on that firmly. Like, you can't say nothing and don't mean it. Cause if you say it, I mean, ultimately, it's like you meaning it and then anything. When that come back home, and you ain't gonna know how to deal with it, cause they ain't what you really wanted in the first place. So you gotta be conscious and mindful of that. So, I mean, say what you mean. And all sincerity. Like, if you out here wanna be, you know what I'm saying, you trying to be successful, try to be fruitful and all that, you know what I'm saying, say that. Like, get out of all that playing games and start dealing with words. Like, you telling this person or whatever, your business partner, however, you got them trotting that word. Like, these the words you choose to symbolize your loyalty or something like that, and you ain't holding up to them words, or I mean, you ain't carrying out on them words. It's like you create conflict in your whole cipher, your whole infrastructure, to the point it's like you can't talk, and you know what I'm saying, you can't be talking one thing and doing another. You end up at a disease. Like, everything you do, everything you say, and how you carry yourself, all that gotta be in harmony for you to really be walking on this water and this Christ's path like the gods do. I mean, we God out here. So it's like, even in Genesis, I mean, it said, ooh, you know what I'm saying, when God, like, we pretty much, they made it with the son, with the daughters of man. They made it with the daughters of man. Hold on. The sons of God made it with the daughters of man or something like that, and it was, but basically that wasn't supposed to happen. It was like sons of God wasn't supposed to made it with the daughters of man. It's supposed to be isolated, you know what I'm saying, separated. So it's like everything have been blended together. A lot of folks ain't got the right knowledge of self, or it ain't really accurate, it's only half true. I mean, like, having the mouth, that one thing, but you gotta have the history, the science, and I mean, pretty much the whole bill, the whole 120, or however, you gotta, yeah, I mean, you gotta constantly stay on, you gotta constantly born knowledge. Cause, yeah, I mean, you ain't born in knowledge, you don't know God. Like, if you don't know your 1, 2, 3s, I mean, how you gonna know the 1, 2, 0? Keeping it 360, you know what I mean? So that's another day in chilling with y'all, I mean, building with y'all, but end of the day, you know what I'm saying, your word be your bond. Can't get caught in these spells, and you know what I'm saying, you gotta be mindful of that. So word is your bond. You know what I'm saying? This episode 7 right here, you know what I mean? 7 for the God, I mean, peace to the gods, earth. I mean, the NG, the whole NGE. I mean, I go by HUNDRED, IPL President, say infinite percent. Yeah, I mean, 100. Y'all stay blessed, slide these. One love, I love y'all. Peace. Yeah, I like when you talk like that. Let me know you got some sun. Say what? Don't make me break my foot off in your eye. Can't tell you about me per se, but I can give you a little insight about my nature. Dunny, hey, hey, hey. Just another brother doing time. Just another sister going blind. Just brother on the grind. Just another sister on his mind. Just another brother rise to fame. Just another sister in the game. Just another brother in the code. Just another sister dropping charge. Nah, I don't speak game, I speak scripts. Nah, I ain't supposed to be Jesus, more like Jesus. Now let Zeus get gone with a Nubian warrior here, such as myself. For real, now heaven stay misangel, cause y'all forever getting caught up in the drama. Take heed, bow down, not just for oral, gotta elevate your temple. That's indeed the moral. Must I say so more, just to let your soul glow? I go to sleep on your ass. Hey, undone. Just another brother smoking pine. Just another sister smoking pine. Just another brother drinking gin. Just another sister sipping wine. Just another brother by the ends. Just another sister make amends. Just another brother down the ride. Just another sister Bunny Clyde. Just another brother open eyes. Just another sister open eyes. Just another brother getting high. Just another sister getting high. So you about ready to make that move, cause your heart rearranging things as we speak. Every day we cipher just to become complete. I ain't jumping child like Tom Cruise, but my love for you may do what it do. Slow motion, baby, but I'm talking about all surroundings. Fast pace, overstanding. Change the channel, uplifting frequencies. All that intertwining and more. Behold, a beautiful future together. Hey, I'm done. Hey, I'm done. Hey, I'm done. Just another brother doing time. Just another sister going blind. Just another brother on the grind. Just another sister on his mind. Just another brother rise to fame. Just another sister in the game.